Hey there, it's Teresa here, and welcome to another conversation from my couch. I'm Teresa Yankin. I am a leadership coach and consultant, and you can find me here every Wednesday from my couch having a conversation and talking about all things leadership. Let's get started. We have, let's see, 2 weeks ago we talked about what's the difference between coaching and managing and how you can use coaching as a management tool. And then last week we talked about coaching and mentoring. So, 3 reasons why you should coach. I decided to Google it and I got 1,160,000,000,000 results in 64 seconds. So, people are talking about it, right? It's something that's not unheard of, and it's becoming more and more of a preferred management style to coach. So, right, coaching has benefits to both the employee and to the coach and to the leader, right? So it promotes autonomy. It's autonomy for both the leader and for the team, right? So when you're coaching, you both get to work at your highest level, right? Because there is more communication, open communication. And when you have communication, then you have expectations that both people understand and can work towards. It breaks down silos. Again, when it comes to communication, when you're coaching your team, you really are talking to them often. They're talking back to you. It's a constant feedback loop. So, excuse me, you will uncover challenges earlier in the process, and you can actually start to derail some of those challenges before you can start to stop the derailment of those of issues before they become a problem, right? Before they derail your project. Yeah, I'm looking at my notes and it's like, I don't know. It's just the cough got me all crazy. Right, ultimately, you want to make sure that everybody's on the same track and that you can achieve success when you're not breaking down silos and everybody's kind of working in their own way. You tend to go off on your own ways, and the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing, and that can derail the project super fast. It improves employee engagement and satisfaction, right? There are many studies that prove that, and this really comes down to hard dollars and cents. And I say that because of the fact that it costs, it depends on what research you do or what industry that you're in, but it can cost anywhere from $2,000 to $20,000 to hire and onboard a new employee to replace an employee that's left. So, there is some hard ROI to keeping employees and costs. There are true costs to losing employees, right? And especially in today's job market, where it may take you more time to find somebody to replace people who leave. So, the crux of it is really, as we think about coaching, when I talk about the very first and primary thing that you need to do is you got to build trust. You got to have trust within the organization. You need to have trust as a leader. Your team has to have trust within it, and others outside of your organization need to have trust in your team. So when we talk about you as the leader, what I'm talking about is trust. How do you feel trust in others? Because when you feel trust in others, then you're able to delegate. If you're able to delegate, then everybody's working at the top of their level. So how do you get your team to trust you? Something that you should be asking yourself. When it comes to your team, you need to be building trust within your team members. So what are you going to do beyond those typical team building exercises to build trust within your team, right? Because we can do a team building exercise once a month, but how are you building and building that muscle of trust within your team on a day-to-day basis? And then finally, outside of your organization, you as a leader need to be that accessible resource to others. You're the person promoting your team, and you are thinking about things like, how are you going to educate, or what kinds of education do you have to do so that you're building trust for your team outside of your organization or outside of your team, outside of your department, so that people find your team as trustworthy. Trust is a huge building block. Trust is the beginning of any relationship. We all know that, right? It's not just because you're a leader. The concept of trust just doesn't happen, right? It's a relationship. You've got to build it. I asked you some questions. What are you guys doing out there to build trust? Comment below. Let me know. If you are, well, let's see. We've got about 45 days left of this. We've got about 45 days left of the year, truthfully. So start thinking about this. 2020 and 2021 were really times for us to really sit down and re-examine who we are as a leader, what we want to accomplish as a leader. And 2022, things are starting to open up. We're starting to get back together. People are making moves. If you've got questions about how to incorporate coaching in your team, in your organization, I would encourage you to reach out to me. Please book some time with me on my schedule. You can do that at my website, www.teresayunkin.com, my name, and book a call there to talk to me. Like I said, we're getting to the end of the year. Start making plans. Don't be a person that is just going through the motions. Leadership is something that is proactive. It's growing. It's a living practice, and we can get better as leaders all the time. I do, whether it's studying, teaching, or having a leadership coach walk along with you, help you develop your plan, understand what you need, help you to figure out what you need or where you want to go next. Is it staying where you are? Is it going somewhere else? That's how a leadership coach can help you. And I would love to talk to you guys, because I really want 2022 to be stellar for you. I want you to get out there and feed your soul and be the best leader that you can be. All right, guys. Went a little bit long today, but it was so good to see you. You can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and I will catch you guys next week. Peace.